Well folks, welcome back. What have we got this evening for yous? This is a wee Acebeam flashlight, the E75. This one's actually been sent in from flashlightgo.com, an online gear store specialising in flashlights. They sent this wee one in for a wee test out and a review, so let's do just that. Gotta say, wee bit of a sucker for flashlights. Always like a really good torch, to be quite honest with you. And I don't think this one's going to disappoint. Wasn't going to take this on, but looked up this particular torch, Acebeam, online, checked out the reviews. Reviews seem good, so it's obviously worthwhile checking out. If you're in any doubts of something, always look at the reviews. If you're getting bad reviews, tells you everything you need to know. This one constantly coming up as 4 or 5 star reviews, which isn't bad going. So took this on because I was actually quite interested myself to see what it was like. Let's get on, see what she's like. What have we got? Manual, warranty. That's actually quite useful. You got your Type-C USB charging lead, nice wee short one, and the torch itself, plus a little lanyard. Actually has a wee tail on it as well. It's quite useful. So, Acebeam E75. What's she like? To be honest, it's a nice weight for a start. Not heavy, but not too light. And she's a decent size. Nice feel to it. Very well made. Stainless steel body. Stainless steel head. All metal construction. Front of her, 4 LEDs. She's a quad-core LED torch. And that plastic lens in the front, not plastic. That's an actual glass lens with scratch protection on it as well. You can see from the blue tinge to it. And a big magnet on the tail of it. Magnet on a torch. Extremely useful. Button on when it picks up all the change in your pocket. But when you're working on a metal box or a machine, having the magnet on it is extremely useful. Stick it onto the machine and you can work on the light. Nice unit, nice big belt clip as well. Plus she's a 2-way belt clip. Slider on that way or slider on this way. Nice. A bit more practical that way. 1 button operation. LEDs in the front to indicate the charge level. USB rechargeable. Type-C USB. Wee rubber flap. Shows you how long you expect this thing to last for. So it actually does give you replacement O-rings and cover. Look at that. We all know ourselves, anybody has a rechargeable product, these wee dust shields always break off eventually. So it's nice they send you that there. So if it does break off, you can replace it. And she's a nice tight fit as well to keep the water out. So this one can go down 2 meters. She can be fully submerged in water, do it no harm at all. It's an IP68 rating. On the back of her, you've got a nice big 5000 milliamp 21700 cell rechargeable lithium battery. That is a big ass battery. Plenty of power and last out of that thing. And obviously then your O-ring on the back, just like the old mag lights. Always had the O-ring. Why send these here on? Simply because with the quickest and easiest way to make the thing watertight. You can do it other ways, more fancy, to seal this thing up, but generally it'll then be a sealed unit. If you've sealed it completely, your battery goes, you can't replace. So, silly wee thing to send, a couple of O-rings, but they can dry out. You can fit them wrong, sometimes nip them. If you break the O-ring, you can simply replace it. Leaves you with the option that you can always replace the battery, or if you wanted, you can buy extra batteries to have them in spares. Lanyard, It's actually a decent quality one as well, but I never use them myself. Handy to have, but never really liked them. Just like to have a torch in my pocket. That there, very nice. Actual power wise, these things never disappoint. Now that is actually bright. Hey, what's that on? So that's on high mode. That is bright. You can actually feel the heat coming out of them LEDs. That is crazy powerful. 4 big LEDs on it. I say big LEDs. I normally have Lenser torches. This is the P17.2. 1 LED in it. That's a big torch. That has 1 LED. This thing has 4. And they're actually bigger than that there LED. The only thing about these, because they're waterproof and they are a solid torch, they don't have a movable head. So you can't focus the beam. Not that you would really want to, because this thing is that powerful, you'll end up blinding somebody with it, to be quite honest with you. Operation, 1 button operation. Click once to switch it on, then you have 4 light settings. Low, medium 1 and 2, and high. So hold on the button to cycle through them. Release the button when you get the desired one you want. The torch will then memorize that setting till you change it again. So next time you switch it on, you'll be on that setting. Also has turbo mode. Double click. It puts it onto the highest power setting. That there is friggin' strong. And as well, triple click, puts it on strobe mode for like some emergency situations. Very cool torch. What I like about a lot of these torches now, these higher end ones, doesn't seem very practical, but it actually comes on very handy. Is what they call moonlight mode. Just hold on the button and the torch barely comes on. Little tiny bit of light. What's it useful for? Well, if you're on the pitch black, if you're hunting, if you're doing whatever, you don't want to give away your position. You just want a little tiny bit of light, especially if the likes of this. If you can't remember what setting you have this set to, you could switch it on, dazzle yourself. Instead of switching it on, you just hold on the button and get a very, very faint light. You have enough light to actually see what's in front of you, what you're working on. If you want to read something without shining all over the place. Very, very useful little feature. Don't need it often, but when you do want it, it is very, very useful. How powerful are these things? Well, that's a dead giveaway anyway. Wee warning sign. Gets hot at the front. If you have that in turbo mode, you will be feeling the heat. And the wee rubs at the front as well, not just for design. So some of the light can get out and the heat can get out if you leave it switched on face down, just in case your lens just builds up too much heat here. It can damage the surface that you're on and can overheat the head. So it just allows a wee bit of ventilation in case the head overheats. Plus, just in case you would accidentally switch this on, if you're carrying it in a bag or something, you can actually lock it. Hold the button on, so if you're going into moonlight mode, but just keep holding it. Flash 4 times. Torch is now locked up. Doesn't matter if you press the button, won't switch on. Turn it off again. Simply hold the button on again. Flash 4 times. That's it, ready to go. 1 button operation, but actually can do quite a bit of stuff. Let's get outside into the wind and the rain. Test this thing out. So what's she like? Look at that. That was cool. She's definitely powerful anyway. That's high. And that's turbo. That is bloody powerful, hey? That is pretty bloody good, to be quite honest. Plenty of light out of it. Plenty of throw as well. actual beam. Very useful. Don't know if you can see it on the camera. It does actually have a centered beam, not all that powerful, but it's just got a big wide throw as well. So it actually does light up quite a big area without concentrating the light in too small a point. That is actually quite cool. I actually do like that quite a bit. I'm a sucker for a decent torch, and that is decent. That's really cool. Definitely one worth checking out. That's the Acebeam E75 everyday carry flashlight. Check them out at flashlightgo.com. They have a big selection of torches, including quite a few of these Acebeams. Very cool torch, well worth a look.